Yeah, good morning, my friend. Just a second. I'll be back in like 5 seconds. Yeah, good morning, friends, and welcome back. Okay, so this is actually our first session. Whatever we have seen in last couple of sessions actually before Sunday, I think on Thursday and Friday, those were like, very basic sessions, some demo sessions actually, but today is actually our first major demo session. So we'll count this session as our first session. Okay.
Yeah, good morning, sir. My name
Yeah.
is Amresh. Today is my first. I'm just uh, so it was not a demo session. The actual course starts from here only.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually today is our officially first session. So everything will start from basics from today.
Just 1 second, sir. I just need before learning AWS, we should learn Linux, right? Completely.
Uh, no, see, friends, you should learn AWS and Linux both, but which should be learned first, it doesn't matter. You can go with Linux or you can go with AWS, no issues. But you should learn first Linux and then come for AWS. No, there is nothing like this. If you
So
want to
you
come,
will, yeah,
just a second. If you want to come parallelly for both the classes, more than, welcome. But there is no rule like, first you should go and learn the Linux administration, then you can go for the AWS. No.
okay. So you will take through Linux, and you will take through also AWS also. Both the course will be.
Yeah, I'll be handling both the classes, Linux as well as the AWS, both the
Okay,
classes.
okay, fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, let me just go through this package one. Just give me 30 seconds here, please. So this is the actual package we have here, friends. Like AWS, we are starting today. Like I said, today is our first official session. And Linux, we have already started at 7 a.m. 2, 3 classes are already done. In case if you're interested in joining both the classes parallelly, you can come from tomorrow, at least from tomorrow at 7 a.m. If not, we'll be starting another Linux classes, let's say after a couple of weeks or so, then you can come in that particular session. Just try to do everything what is there inside this package. In case if your requirement is only AWS, that's a very rare requirement, but still that is possible. We can simply go with this AWS. But my suggestion is better go with the complete package and go with the Amazon Web Services as well as the Linux server administration. That will, add great advantage for you in your resume as well as when you apply for jobs, you'll get more interview calls there.
Sir, already three classes gone na in Linux. So is it right to join in the Linux morning classes, sir?
That's what I'm saying, my friend. If you already have some basic knowledge of Linux, you can come in that morning 7 a.m. class. But if not, then better come in some other class. Like I said,
Okay,
in next couple of weeks, we'll start one more new Linux batch. So you can come in that particular batch from first session.
okay. 10 m is AWS, right, sir?
10 a.m. is AWS. As of now, the 10 a.m. session is for Amazon Web Services.
Okay, okay.
Okay, fine. So this is a package, and this is a fee for this particular package. It's a offer actually, it's not the actual fees, it's a offer. Okay, so let me just go through the questions briefly, the questions which are like, very common in every demo session. Some of you have already seen this, but for few people, I think they came only for the first day. Like our friend Amaresh came today, and Venkatesh also, I think you came today. But Nihu and Ashish, you already came before. Dev, I think this is your second session, right? Yeah, fine. So let me just go through these questions once within like, next couple of minutes, and we can go with a completely new topic today. Okay. So these are the questions I'll get in every demo session. And these questions are, what are the pre-requirements to learn AWS and Linux? Answer is there is nothing you should know to start learning AWS and Linux. If you're a fresher, you can start your career from today. You can start learning everything from today from very basics. Done. Now, who should learn AWS and Linux administration? People who are interested in Linux administration or cloud computing, DevOps, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, programming, developers, coding, and all these people, they need AWS as well as Linux. Okay, so like, there are multiple people who are coming here from multiple backgrounds. Many people are from the programming backgrounds. So they will come here and they will learn AWS and Linux. They are from programming, but their companies are asking them to learn the AWS. Okay, and where we can apply for jobs, we can apply for jobs literally in any company where they are using servers and data. Any sort of business. I'm not saying like only a IT, like a software company. No, any company, any business where there are servers and data, these companies need you and me. Okay. Now, how to do lab practice here? It's very easy. You just need to have a computer with some internet connection. You are more than eligible to do all the practicals of Windows Server Administration, Linux Server Administration, as well as Amazon Web Services. Okay. And what to learn in Linux and AWS, we have already, share the package details with you through email. So just go and check it there. There is a syllabus there, and whatever is there in that syllabus, we are trying to learn those things in our Linux, AWS, and Windows Server Administration. So this is some of the very common questions I'll get every time. So I've just added those questions here. But still, if you have any other question from your side, chat box is always open here, friends. I'm just sending a message in chat box. I said India there again. So whenever you have any doubt, feel free to send your question in chat box so that you can clear all your doubts. Always remember one thing, this is a live session, but every session we are recording here, friends. So the advantage you can take in the live session is you can interact with the trainer through the chat box. And if you want to talk to me directly at the end of the session, you can unmute yourself and you can talk to me directly. But remember, try to use the chat box to clear all your doubts. If you're taking your doubts, if you're feeling shy to ask a question, see, we are sitting somewhere. It's an online session, right? So you should not feel shy. Just send your question in chat box. The question can be very simple, but still question is a question. Okay, so send your questions in chat box so that you can clear all your doubts. And again, the recordings will be available for you. Every live session will be recorded here and all the recordings will be shared with you. Got it? So this is about your package, my friend. Okay. So before I start, I just want to say one thing. If you have already decided to go with cloud computing or server administration or DevOps or ethical hacking or cyber security as your career, I just want to say one thing, my friend. You have selected a great career for yourself. Just try to learn things properly. AWS and Linux server administration is the foundation. I'm not saying these are the basic courses. No, these are not basic courses. These are administration courses. But to build your career, we need to start from here. Because in AWS, we have like many other levels actually. There are many other certifications. In Linux also, there are many other certifications. But we need to start from somewhere, right? So this is the place from where you can start. This is your first session, or at least for most of the people, this is the first session. And whatever things we are starting, whatever things we are learning, everything will start from the very basic, very scratch level. Okay? Now, let us jump into our cloud computing now. Now, why this cloud computing concept is so much in demand? Literally everywhere, like, we are in December now. Just wait for like another couple of weeks, you will see a lot of surveys. Like, Bollywood people, they do surveys, sports people, they do surveys, technology people, they do survey. Every person will do, every company will do some survey and they will say like, okay, last year, this was in demand. Coming year, this can be in demand. These are the surveys you will see, right? If you go and see any survey for last 3, 4, 5 years, one of the technology you will see for sure in every survey is your cloud computing. They will say like, okay, 2020, cloud computing was in demand. 2021, cloud computing will be in demand. Now you will see 2024, cloud computing was in demand. 2025, cloud computing is in demand. 2030, you will see 2030 cloud computing was in demand. 2031 cloud computing will be in demand. But by the time we enter in 2030 and 31, you're already a senior cloud administrator there. Your career is set for sure. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, your career is set for sure. But what I'm trying to say here is there are so many opportunities on cloud that, for many more years to come, you will see cloud computing in demand. People needed for this cloud computing in so and so company for sure for many, many years to come. And coming to the Linux server administration or the server administration in general, if you go back in 1990s, from 1990s till today, 1990s, 2000, 2010s, and we are in 2020s. We are in the middle of 2020s, right? So for last 3 or nearly 4 decades, the server administrators are literally needed in every company. And many more years to come, many more decades to come, without server administrators, we cannot imagine any company, my friend. So the technology that you are learning here in this particular package, that is server administration, and at 10 a.m. the cloud administration, these technologies will remain in demand for many years. Okay, I can say in a simple way, till the time you're working, and when you retire from your job and when you retire from your work, like when you retire, let's say your age is like, a bit in 60s maybe, or let's say you have earned sufficient money, you want to retire. Till that time, you can say you're working yourself in cloud computing or servers and all these things. So this is not a career that you're making only for, let's say, 1 year or 2 years, my friend. This is a career for lifetime. So what you're learning with me in this package will remain with you for rest of your life. The services what you're learning with me will remain with you for rest of your life. Some minor changes can be happening here and there, but overall the technology will remain same. Okay. Now, let us just try to go there and see what is cloud computing. Listen, my friend, to learn the cloud computing concept, there is one concept that we need to understand carefully, and that is server. Okay. If I go with the definition of cloud computing here, friends, this is the definition of cloud computing. See, this is the definition I have copied from Amazon people. And you know what this is? This is cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources. See, if the year is 2010, let's say 15 years before, have you ever seen anyone ordering food through the internet? No, right? Back in those days, there was no, Swiggy or Zomato. Remember, if you go to any city, let's say a city like Hyderabad, we used to take auto and we used to talk to the auto guy directly. We used to say like, okay, from this location to that location, how much? He used to say, let us say 500 rupees. And then we used to say like, no, 350 is more. Like this, we used to bargain. But now what you do, you just go to Ola or Uber, you book your cab. Is there anything we can bargain in Ola and Uber? No, according to the distance, they will simply say, okay, this much is a charge. The auto will come to your home. You sit in the auto, you go to that particular destination. See how the things are changing, right? You know why these things are changing so fast? One of the most important reason here is again cloud computing. Listen, my friend, when you talk about Ola, Swiggy, Uber, Zomato, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Hmm? any games, any social media app, whatever applications are there in your laptop or mobile phone as of now, whatever applications you access over the internet in day-to-day life, whatever applications you know over the internet, each and every application is running at a particular place. So if you know where the application is running and how the application is running, your understanding of cloud computing will be super easy. I repeat, if you know where the application is running, okay, and you know how the application will be launched, then your understanding of cloud computing is super easy. Now, the most basic thing we need to run a application is we need certain IT resources. What we need? We need certain IT resources. You know what are these IT resources? The most important IT resource actually is this one, server. We simply cannot imagine anything without server, my friend. When I send a message to you on WhatsApp and when you send a message to me on WhatsApp, where are the messages actually? We can see in our mobile phone. You can see in your mobile phone. I can see in my mobile phone. But my friend, my mobile phone is connected to WhatsApp server. Your mobile phone is connected to WhatsApp server. So at the end of the day, we are using a server in middle. Okay. For example, you are sending me an email. Where is the email? I can see the email in my mobile phone or laptop. But where exactly the email is stored? It is stored in the Gmail server or Yahoo server or Hotmail server. If you go to bank, you can see all your history, the transactions, and how much you have deposited and how much balance is there, everything. But can you tell me from where they will show all the details to you? They are again connected to the server. Server is a machine where all the information is there. But what is a server actually? We know server as a general thing, right? But now let us try to understand server in more technical thing. Okay. Now, whenever you talk about server, we are talking about two things actually. We are talking about the server machine. Server is a machine, right? It is some hardware machine. And then we have something called server operating system. So just forgot about server operating system as of now. Let us concentrate more on the server machine. Server is a machine. I repeat, server is a machine like your laptop and desktop. Server is a hardware machine. And if I ask you a question, what is it inside your laptop or desktop? You may say in your laptop and desktop, there is a hard disk, there is a NIC card, there is a motherboard, there is a processor, there is a RAM. This can be your answer. So if you ask me a question, what is it inside a server? My answer is same. There is a processor, there is a RAM, there is a hard disk, there is an NIC card in a server. So say literally the laptop and the server, the hardware is same, or at least the hardware components are same. The hardware components are exactly same. Okay. Now, when you go with a laptop, in a laptop, you have CPU like, i5. You have RAM, let us say 16 GB, and you have hard disk, let us say 2 TB. If someone is having a laptop with this configuration, that personal laptop is a very good laptop, a good laptop with good configuration. How much? 5 i5 processor, 16 GB RAM, and 2 TB hard disk. Okay, this is your hardware configuration of a particular laptop. But my friend, if you go with a server here, server is also having same configuration, right? Same components. But the difference here is in a server, RAM can be, let us say, 512 GB. How much is there in laptop? Only 16 GB. 16 GB laptop is considered as good laptop. But in a server, if it is 512 GB, that is good actually. 512 GB of RAM. How much hard disk can be there? In a server, we can have, let us say, 250 TB. In our laptops and desktops, you have 1 TB, 2 TB, or let us say 500 GB. 500 GB is also enough, isn't it? 500 GB is also enough. But in a server, how much is there? 200 TB, 230 TB, 500 TB, 1000 TB. So we have like more storage there. Listen carefully, friends. The difference between a server hardware and a laptop hardware is server hardware is having more hardware resources compared to the laptop hardware. So why we should take a server with more hardware resources? Why we need 250 TB of storage? Why we need 512 GB of RAM? And coming to processors, that is your CPU, maybe we can have i5 processors, but totally how many processors? 4 physical processors can be there. So why we have to take a hardware? Why we have to take a server hardware with so much configuration? I'll ask you a simple question. See, the time now is 10:22 a.m. in India, 10:20 a.m. approximately. Now tell me, friends, as of now, how many people from a city like Hyderabad are connected to, let us say, WhatsApp, or let us say Swiggy or Zomato, or let us say Instagram or Facebook, or let us say Gmail or Google, or let us say Geo or Hotstar. These are the very famous applications, right? So can I say like as of now, maybe let us say, just for example, I'm saying 5 lakh people are connected to WhatsApp as of now at this particular moment. It's not a big deal, right? 5 lakh people from a city like Hyderabad, just a rough example, 5 lakh people. Hmm? But if the time is, let's say 4 a.m., early morning, 4 a.m., tell me how many people will be connected to, let's say, Swiggy or Zomato, Ola or Uber. Ola or Uber, still we can expect some people. But what about Swiggy or Zomato? Do you know any restaurant anywhere who is offering food delivery at morning 4 a.m.? Obviously no, right? Morning 3 a.m. Obviously no. So can I say zero number of people are connected to Swiggy and Zomato at 4 a.m.? Right? So see here, friends, the requirement is changing. It depends on the application. If it is Google, we can expect people connecting to Google every time. But if it is Swiggy or Zomato, we can expect people connecting to Swiggy or Zomato application at so and so time. Not every time, so and so time. If it is a banking application, let's say morning 8 a.m. till evening 5 p.m. So applications are running according to the business, according to the scenarios. And where the applications are running, they are running on this server. They are running on this server machine. So if 5 lakh people are connected to that application, We need a server with very high configuration and we need multiple servers. If no one is connected to the application, then server should be shut down, because if the servers are running unnecessarily, they are consuming more resources, they are consuming more power. So you'll get a lot of electricity bill at the end of the month. So in whatever way you think here, my friend, server is the ultimate goal for us. IT resources means server. Internet means server. Your mobile phone means server. If you're just sending a message, you're just watching something on YouTube, that means you're connecting to the YouTube server. So literally everything is there on a server. Now the big question is, from where you can take a server? You can take a laptop from any shop nearby your home. There are some business centers actually in every city. You can go there and you can take a server. You can take a laptop there or a desktop there. But the question here is, from where you can take a server? There are certain companies here like IBM, Dell, HP, Toshiba. These are the companies that manufacture your servers. You can go to that particular company website and you can simply order a server, or you can physically go to any nearby showroom of IBM or Dell and all these companies and you can take a server there. Let me show you things clearly here. And I'm repeating here, friends. If you have any doubts, feel free to send your questions in chat box so that I can come to your question at the earliest. Okay. Now, if I say IBM servers, IBM is indeed one of the very famous companies. You know this, hopefully. So IBM servers, can you see here? This server is costing you 11 lakh rupees. Wow. This server is costing you 4 lakh 65,000 rupees. And this server is costing you only 70,000 rupees. So see why this server is costing you 11 lakh rupees, why this server is costing you 4 lakh rupees, and why this server is costing you only 1 lakh rupees. Let us see some differences here. Can you see here? 11 lakh rupees. This is something, my friend, right? Hmm? So if you go and check the specifications there, you can see all the details here. If you go to this machine here now, 4 lakh 65,000 rupees. See how much RAM can be there here in this server? 4 TB of RAM. You know how much is 4 TB? 4 TB of RAM is actually 4000 GB of RAM. In my laptop and desktop, actually, I have only 16 GB of RAM. That is more than enough. But here in this server, it is 4 TB can be added there. Okay. And how much storage can be added? 122 TB max storage can be added. But for this particular server machine, this is your server machine. For this particular server machine, how much we need to pay? 4 lakh 50,000 rupees. A good configuration server, 4 lakh 50,000 rupees, 5 lakh rupees. Now let us do some calculations. So these calculations are very important again to understand the concept of cloud. So if you have any doubt, my friend, feel free and send your questions. Okay. Let us do small calculation here. Let us say in your company, you need totally 100 servers. And suppose each server is costing you 5 lakh rupees approximately. So in total, how much money you need to spend here? 5 lakh multiply by 100. And by the way, 100 company or a company with 100 server is actually a small company. It's not even medium level company. Medium level company will have 300, 400, 500 servers. Big companies will have some thousands of servers. Okay, so as of now, 100 servers company will spend, how much money? 5 CR. A small company is spending around 4 crores, 5 crores Indian rupees to bring how many servers? To bring 100 servers. Why they have to bring 100 servers? Because without having servers, they cannot run the business. Without having servers, they cannot store the data. Without these servers, they cannot run the application. So they need servers for sure. So only for 100 servers, how much they need to pay? They need to pay 5 crore rupees. They need to spend 5 crore rupees. This is some amount, right? This is a big amount for any company. You know what they do now? Instead of purchasing a physical server, instead of purchasing a physical server, they can take a server called virtual server. And from where we can take the virtual server? From cloud. This is a primary reason, my friend, why cloud computing is so much in demand. We can take a virtual server, but what will happen if you take a virtual server? That is the question. Okay, you know what happens when you take a virtual server? When you take a virtual server, you're taking a virtual server from AWS people or Amazon people or from Microsoft people or Google people or any other cloud provider. But when you take a virtual server, you're not paying any amount there. You are simply not paying any amount there. You are simply taking virtual server for free and you will pay amount every month. It is something like your installment or it is something like your EMIs. You're not spending 5 crore rupees on day one. You know what you do here? You just go and create an account in AWS here. Like this is my official account actually. This is AWS account, what you see here. And in this AWS account, there is an option called instances here. Go to this instances option here and just say launch instance here and enter the name of the instance. Let us say servers. Say servers. Come down, select your operating system here. I'm not explaining anything as of now because this is not the session for that. I'll just try to show you one very simple thing. What is VPC? What is subnet? We'll see these things in great details, my friend. Don't worry. All these things and see here. If I say 100, you know what happens here? In next 3 minutes or 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, 100 servers will be ready for me. How many? 100 servers will be ready for me, my friend. This is a beautiful concept of cloud computing. But again, from where I am getting these 100 servers? See, if you go in the hardware server, what we do there, we simply go and purchase the server from here, right? But if you go with the virtual server here, my friend, we are taking virtual server from Amazon people. You know what Amazon people will do? They have huge data centers. Amazon people have huge data centers and we can connect to the data centers and we can use the technology as a virtual technology. Instead of using a physical server, we can take a virtual server. Okay, now there is a question here. What is our job as a AWS architect? Wow, AWS architect is a very senior job, my friend. It's a job or it's a responsibility where you will design the complete AWS infrastructure, your complete cloud infrastructure. So to reach till architect level, I know you are asking this question because maybe at architect level, maybe you have seen someone who is earning, let's say, 30 lakhs per annum or 35 lakhs per annum or 40 lakhs per annum, right? But to reach up to the architect level, we have to learn many more things and we have to learn many more certifications there. But as of now, to go till the architect level, there should be some start somewhere. So this is the start. Today, you have started your journey and very soon you will go till this architect level. So architect is a person who designs everything. Say, this is your actual AWS console. In this AWS console, you can see I am taking 100 servers. Why I'm taking these 100 servers? What is this security group here? Okay, what is this firewall security group here? What is this subnet? What is this public IP? What is this VPC? Each and everything you should know so that you can design your network there. You can simply design your network. Okay, and once you complete this particular course, you can work as a AWS cloud practitioner or AWS cloud solution architect. Means you can work on level 1 and level 2. If you want to go up to like level 3 or level 4, you have to learn many more things. But as of now, as a fresher or up to like 3 years of experience person, you can apply for that particular job. Level 1 or level 2. And I'll say one more thing here, friends. If you are a fresher, better go with a fresher or at least, maximum 2 years of experience. Don't try to add more experience like 4 years or 5 years or 6 years. If you go with that much experience, you know what happens? Company is expecting a lot of from you and maybe you cannot configure everything in that particular company. You cannot fulfill your responsibility there. So obviously with experience, the knowledge will come. Okay, so it will take more time for you to reach up to the architect level. As of now, just go with the level 1 and level 2 level. Every person who is an architect today, a cloud architect, he or she started the journey from that particular level on. Okay, so from here only every person started the journey. Anyhow, let me just continue with the example here. How many servers you need here? You need 100 servers. So instead of spending 5 crore rupees, you just created a account in this AWS and you know what you did here? You just selected certain options and when you say launch instances, 100 servers will be created there. I repeat, 100 servers will be created there. So the concept of cloud computing is to run your business, you need certain resources, IT resources like servers, routers, firewalls, storage devices, security devices. You need all these things. So instead of purchasing all the devices in your company, you can take these devices on lease or on rent from a company like Amazon Web Services or a company like Microsoft or a company like Google. They will provide you all the resources with very less price. So we can use it and we can run our business. This is the whole concept of cloud computing. It is a on-demand technology. So if I go with the definition again, see what it says here. This is the official definition of AWS. I have copied from the AWS document. This is cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources. And this is instead of on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. This is instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access technology from cloud provider like AWS. I'll take a very general example. When we have the electricity in our home, how we take the electricity? We'll take the electricity from the electricity department. Like, 99% people will take electricity from the electricity department, right? 99.9%. But if you know how to generate the electricity, or if you have that much money, if you have all the resources, you can generate your own electricity also, right? But tell me, do you know anyone actually who is generating their own electricity? No. Every person is taking the electricity from the electricity department. Maybe you're consuming more electricity. Maybe I'm consuming less electricity. Maybe you're getting 20,000 rupees as the bill. Maybe I'm getting only, let's say, 700 rupees as the bill. That's a different thing. But electricity, we are taking from some other place, right? So in the same way, today, cloud computing is something like electricity. So we in our company, instead of purchasing all the IT resources, what we can do, we can simply go and take the IT resources from Amazon on demand. We can say, okay, we need 10 servers. Amazon will say, okay, these are your 10 servers. We need, let us say, 300 servers. Amazon will say, okay, these are your 300 servers. So the IT resources we can take from the Amazon people and we can use it and we can run all the applications and all our data there. So this is the actual concept of cloud computing. So literally every company is looking for a person who can work for them and they can take the resources from the Amazon or Microsoft and they can, use the resources for their company. So they need trained people. They need people with good knowledge on cloud computing, good knowledge on servers, so that they can connect and they can, get all the resources from them. If it is on-premise data center, if a company is taking all the servers and all the resources within the company, then they have to spend a lot of money. So just to decrease the amount, just to decrease the total amount, we have to go with this cloud. And what are the other advantages we have in cloud? There are many advantages we have in cloud that we cannot even imagine in our physical network. Like, for example, today you need 20 servers. You can take 20 servers. But let's say by evening, your requirement is, let's say, around 130 servers. It is so easy in cloud to increase the number of servers from 20 to 130. Within some minutes, actually, we can increase servers from 20 to 130. Is it possible in our physical setup? Absolutely no. We cannot increase our servers and decrease our servers so easily. Okay, so tomorrow we have 130 servers, but after 15 days, our requirement has came down. Let us say we need only 70 servers now. So what we can do, 60 servers we can delete easily. 60 servers we can delete easily. Again, let us go back to the same electricity department example. For example, if there is some function in your home, what you do, you just try to add more fans there, or you just try to add more lights there. You just try to decorate your home. That means, you are consuming more power there. You are consuming more electricity. And in case if the function is over, what you do, you just try to remove the extra things. You just try to remove the extra lights and extra things which are available there. So again, you are back to the normal. So anytime you can increase your resources, anytime you can decrease your resources. If there is only one light, if you want to add three more lights, you can add three more lights. So if you need four lights, you can use four lights. If you need only one light, you can use only one light. So cloud computing is also same. How many servers you need? You need 300 servers, use 300 servers. If not, then decrease the number of servers. It is so easy for companies to go with cloud, that the resources can be increased and decreased at any given time. I repeat, the resources can be increased or decreased at any given time. Absolutely no issues there, my friend. This is one of the most important part of cloud computing. It is a on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Instead of buying, owning, and maintaining, we can take everything from AWS people. Now, where are these data centers? When I say AWS people will provide you all the resources, how they are providing the resources? Now, let me just show you some of the data centers of AWS. See, this is the AWS data center, what you see here, my friend. See the size of the data center. Let me just show you one more data center here. This is your AWS data center again. The size of the data center is too big even to imagine there, right? Now what you see there, all these are the resources: servers, routers, firewall, storage, whatever is needed for you in your company, literally every resource will be available there. So we just need to know how to connect to the data center, and we just need to know how to use the resources. For example, there is a service here called EC2. EC2 is a service using which we can take our servers. There is a service called S3. S3 is a service using which we can take the storage. There is a service called, security group. Security group is a service using which we can provide security on our data or security on our, let's say, servers. Okay, there is a service called IAM. IAM is a service using which we can connect to the AWS cloud through different accounts. Multiple people can connect and multiple people can do different things there. Okay, there is a service called VPC. VPC is a service where we can simply create our own network. There is a service called CloudWatch. CloudWatch is a service where we can simply monitor each and every resource there. So see, there are different services we have, and these services we need to learn theoretically as well as practically. So we are taking resources from a cloud provider, but how we are taking resources? We are taking resources in the form of a service. So literally these services we need to learn as deep as possible, so that when you apply for a job, they will ask you questions from these services only. What is VPC? What is there inside VPC? What are the services available inside VPC? What is S3? What are the services available inside S3? What is EC2? What are the types of EC2 machines we have? What are the types of operating systems we can have? All these things you will face in interviews. So this is what the cloud computing is all about, my friend. Taking the resources from a company and simply using those resources for our use. Using those resources for our use. So this is the beautiful concept of cloud computing. Every company is looking for this cloud administrators, because they cannot survive without cloud computing for sure. I repeat, they cannot survive without cloud computing. No company can survive today without cloud. Forget about companies, my friend. You and me actually. Literally every day we are using cloud computing. I repeat, literally every day we are using cloud computing. Okay, so we are literally needed in every company. So this is just a very basic introduction to cloud computing. We'll try to go as deep as possible in our tomorrow session and coming sessions. So yeah, over to you now. If you have any questions, any doubts, feel free to send your questions to me in chat box, or if you want to interact with me directly. See, this is just a first session, right? First of all, make sure like what you are learning here. Just try to understand what you are learning. Okay, what you're learning and where this learning can take you in your career, how many job opportunities you have, what sort of packages you will get. Just try to understand these things, then you can learn what is there inside cloud computing. Okay, over to you now, friends. Okay, the question is how many days it will take you to learn. It will take approximately 45 days for this AWS here, my friend. AWS will take 45 days. And coming to the Linux server administration, let me just come here. This will take approximately 45 days. And the Linux server administration will take, let's say, around 35 days. If you want to come parallelly within next 50 days, you can complete both the courses. But if you don't want to come parallelly, let's say you want to come only with separately, first go with AWS, and after like say like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you can start your Linux. then most probably in 2 months or 2 months, 1 week, you can simply complete the complete package. I just want to say one thing, go with the complete package. Do not select a particular course there. Okay, so in case if you're not comfortable in learning attending 2 classes in a day, first go with AWS at 10 a.m. Then after completing AWS, go with the Linux administration, but go with both the courses. Every person who is applying or who is planning to make a career in this particular field, they have to go with these 2 courses. Okay, and I have added the Windows Server administration from my side. Okay, you'll be getting the latest Windows Server recorded sessions from my side, because literally every company on the face of the earth will use servers, and the servers will be either Linux or either Windows. Can we get recorded Linux initial class videos? Yeah, Amresh, I'll just ask the management to send the recorded classes to you, starting 3 classes or so. So hopefully they will send all the recordings to you after we finish this demo session. Just go through this, and if you feel like, okay, you're comfortable with everything, what you see, we have simply started actually. We have simply started actually. So if you want to go through everything, just go through everything today, and tomorrow if you're comfortable, then you can come in the morning 7 a.m. batch. Okay, just a second, please. So there is one more question here, like with this course, what are the positions we can expect? This is actually one of the best question I got today. What are the positions we can expect from this course, or I can say from this particular package? See, if you have multiple options available, it's great, right? Means, let me just, write down here. Once you complete this particular package, my friend, you're eligible to apply for jobs in a company on AWS Cloud Admin, on L1 and L2. This L1 and L2, right? Level 1 and level 2. L1 is most basic and L2 is a bit advanced. So L1 and L2 you can apply here. And coming to Linux server, let me just increase the font size. Okay, Linux server again, L1 and L2. Windows server again, L1 and L2. So see here, friends, you're not restricting yourself to a particular job role. You have multiple options with you. If you get a job on Linux servers, grab it. If you get a job on Windows servers, grab it. If you get a job in cloud, grab it. At the end of the day, every job will take you to your destination. As of now, start your career as Windows server. If you're getting a job, within some months, you can move into the AWS. You can move into the Linux. Start your career in Linux. Within some months, you can move into the AWS. So if you're not getting a job only on the AWS, you can start your career from anyone. So if for AWS, without Linux and Windows, you cannot imagine someone working on AWS there, my friend. So you have multiple options available. Okay, we have multiple job roles available, and we have like multiple options available there, my friend. So it's not related only to 1 or 2 job roles. This is one of the best thing I did with this particular package. You have more opportunities available. So if you're traveling to some city, that's from Chennai to Bangalore, and if you have only one option available, and if you miss that option, you're stuck in Chennai. You cannot go to Bangalore now. But what if there is a car available, bus available, train available, plane available? Wow, that's great, right? And what if there are trains available at multiple times, if there are planes available at multiple times, if there is a bus available multiple times, then again that is a great advantage. So always multiple options should be there, and this particular package will provide you multiple options. Next 2 months or 2.5 months, if you just follow what I say here, my friend, your career will take you to great heights. What you are expecting, whatever you're dreaming in your career, in your life, obviously at the end of the day, we need to earn some money, right? That is the main motto. Without money, there is nothing there, my friend, right? So this particular package can take you to great heights. They can simply achieve every goal what you have. Okay, so if you starting the career is the main thing, my friend. I know people who did, masters and they have, knowledge on multiple technologies, but still they are at home. The reason is they could not start. They could not simply start because starting is not so easy for everyone, right? Once you start your career, then it's great. There are more job opportunities on Windows servers, Linux servers, and cloud computing compared to any other technology, my friend. I repeat again, more job opportunities are available in Windows Server, Linux servers, and AWS compared to any other technology. Compared to any other technology. So just try to be with me for next 2 months or 2.5 months. I'll make sure, like, you'll remember me for rest of your life because that much is this particular package. That much important is there for this particular package for your career. Okay, I'll just say one thing. Whenever you learn, wherever you learn, with whomever you learn, just try to learn these three things. At least, Linux servers and the cloud computing very well. Rest of the things will automatically come into place. People are simply dreaming too big. They just try to learn the cloud computing concept first. Now, they just want to learn the DevOps first, or they just want to learn the cybersecurity first without having the proper knowledge of cloud computing and Linux server administration. No, my friend, no. That's not the way to go. Have you ever seen a person pursuing bachelor's without having any knowledge in, let's say, without, starting or without completing the school? Have you ever seen any person becoming a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer? There is a process for everything, right? So that process you need to follow, your friends. It's 1 hour every day, Dipali, 1 hour for AWS and 1 hour for Linux. Like 10 to 11 is our AWS and morning 7 to 8 is our Linux. In case if you want to come parallelly, that is a thing. Okay, so daily 1 hour. Some cases we can go with 1 hour 15 minutes also. And every week we have classes for 5 weeks, 5 days a week for sure. And some days we can take class on Saturdays also. If there is a big topic or very important topic, we can take a class on Saturday also. So this way we can go there, my friend. So every week at least 5 classes, or let's say maximum 6 classes. Each class duration is for, let's say, 1 hour, at least 60 to, let's say, maximum 70 minutes. On average 60 minutes. Okay, and coming to the package, what we are learning in this package, this is a course curriculum here, friends. Once we finish the demo, the management will share all the details with you on WhatsApp or through email. Whatever details you have provided there, they will share all the details with us. This is a course curriculum, so just go through this course curriculum. You will see what you are learning there. I have seen this Linux, Windows, and AWS career for last many years, right? When I learned the Windows Server Administration, it was 2006, around 18 years before. So I have seen many things in this particular technology, so I know what to learn. Okay, what companies are expecting from their employees. Okay, so I have just added everything in a systematical way. So this package is designed in such a way that, if you're a fresher or if you're having experience of any years, you'll be 100% eligible to learn this, and you can 100% apply for jobs in any company. Daily, how many hours of practice needed for both the classes? Let's say 1 hour for AWS, 1 hour for Linux classes. And if you can just get like 30 to 40 minutes daily, you can complete both the practicals easily. 30 to 40 minutes. So let's say maximum 1 hour, you can finish the practicals. Or if you come for 5 days in a week, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you have off, Saturday to Sunday, if you can sit for like 5 to 6 hours, let's say 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday, you can complete all the practicals in that 2 days. But my recommendation is better go with practicals on the same day. This makes your, uh, learning process much more easier. Instead of, waiting for Saturday and Sunday, just do the practicals on that day only. That makes things more easier for you to understand. Which level AWS certification we are eligible for this AWS course? You can go with 2 certifications, AWS Cloud Practitioner, or you can go with Solution Architect also. But my recommendation is, if you're a fresher, go with the AWS Practitioner certificate only. This is the best way of starting the career, my friend. Do not expect to get 15 lakh package for the first year. No, if you're getting 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs also, that's more than enough, right? We are freshers. First, we need to learn the technology very well. how much you can learn in 2.5 months, right? How much you can learn, you can understand the technology, you can get a job, but we are not becoming expert within 3 months. That's an open fact. I'm not saying like I'll make you expert in 3 months. I'm saying like I'll make you ready for the job. I'll make you ready for the interviews. That is my main intention. I can do that for you. Once you get a job, then it's up to you like how you're preparing. Anyhow, I'll be sharing my WhatsApp number as well as a mail ID so that in case if you have any doubts, you can come back to me at any time on WhatsApp. But still, there is a process we need to follow in every career. So that process is again very simple. You need to simply upgrade yourself. You need to just keep your learning process on. Initially 2 months, 2.5 months what you spend with me will be a bit harder because you're learning technology for the first time, but later on when you're upgrading yourself, it will not be difficult for you, my friend. Okay, it will not be difficult. Okay, I'll just do one thing, Amresh. I'll just send this message to the management. So yeah, they will share all the recorded sessions with you for sure. Okay, whatever sessions we have completed in Linux, I will share all the recorded videos with you, and I'll ask them to share with everyone actually so that you can just go through this. And if you're feeling comfortable, you can commit. I mean, that session also.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. So yeah, that's it for the day, friends. And this was like our first demo session. Instead of learning more about the technology, we try to understand like, what exactly is this technology and, how we can shape up our career. Okay. And, coming classes, if the chat box is busy, I can assure you the sessions will be great. Because, if I'm getting proper response from your side, we can just try to dig as deep as possible. Okay, so chat box I will not, disable for sure till the last day. Chat box will be always open. Recordings will be there for sure. In case if you miss any session for some reason, you can just go through the recordings. Okay, but still, I'll keep the chat box open every day so that I'll get questions from you. Okay, so I'm here for like 30 more seconds, friends. Anything else we'll see, or else we'll stop the session. One more question here. Linux admin experience, how much we can keep? Linux administration or AWS administration, my recommendation is do not cross 3 years limit. Whatever you keep under three years. Best thing is two to like say 2.5 years. 2 to 2.5 years.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Linux admins, you said 2 years, and AWS also 2 years. Within 2 years, both the thing we can keep, or we have to combine and keep 3 or 4 like that.
No, both combined you can keep up to like 2.5 years, and let's say maximum 3 years.
Okay, okay,
Because both technologies are parallel. Like, if you know one, you're using this in other technology. If you know the other one, you're using that in the other technology. So you can just combine and keep it there.
okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So I always say this again. Repeat the same thing before I finish the class because I see many people they joined today itself. So I just want to say one thing, my friend. Learning is up to you. Where you learn, with whom you learn, when you learn, it's up to you, my friend. You have to take the decision. But I just want to say one thing. If you've already decided to pursue your career in this particular field, it's a great career, my friend. Plenty of opportunities will be available for sure for us across the globe. So don't try to divert yourself to some other things which may not be available after some years actually. You cannot expect the same thing with cloud computing. Cloud computing is here to stay for very long. I can say forever, but nothing is guaranteed in this world. So I'm not using the terminology ever, but I can say without cloud computing, no company can imagine their business. Without cloud computing, you and me cannot connect to each other actually. Such important is this cloud computing concept. Okay, so just try to learn everything properly and all the other things will be Okay, one more question here. Having experience in technical support will help it. Of course, it will help you, Dipali. Having some experience is always a great added advantage. I'm not sure where exactly you are working or what experience you have, but having a technical experience is always a great advantage for you, my friend. It is always a great advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any sort of experience is good, especially if it is related with technology. In case if you have some experience on programming also, after a couple of years, that will help you in cloud computing also. It's not like, as of now, there is no need for you to learn any coding or any programming or something like this. But after some years, probably you'll be learning some programming, at least let's say Python, maybe. As of now, maybe you're worried or you're not that much comfortable in programming, but there will be a time when you see you're earning 12 lakh per annum, someone is earning 20 lakh per annum. You will see the difference there. And when you see the difference, you can easily climb Mount Everest also, right? If you're getting good package. So what about learning a particular, programming language, my friend? It will not be difficult. So hopefully that will come once you move into the career. But as of now, there is no need to have any knowledge needed to learn this particular package. Just come daily, attend every session. That's more than enough for you to learn the technology. And in case if you have any doubt, I'll be available for you. Every session, question answer sessions will be there. I'll be asking some questions. You'll be asking some questions. Done. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. That's it for today, and we'll meet again tomorrow at same time, 10 a.m. India Standard Time, with one or two more demos, and then we can just move into our regular sessions. And coming to the Linux administration, I'll ask the management to share all the recorded sessions with you so that you can decide whether to come with Linux tomorrow itself or to go and join some other class maybe after a couple of weeks. So it's up to you to decide. So I'll ask them to share all the recorded sessions with you. That's it, friends. That's it for the day. Take care. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, man. Bye.
Thank you, sir.